Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the House of Anfar. House of Anfar is another Middle Eastern brand from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for quite a while, I think over 20 years or so. They have a very big perfume collection in their portfolio. I unboxed and reviewed many of their fragrances before, and for the price they are very impressive. So this one is from their shall we say more affordable line of perfumes, and this one is called Oudh Khalifa, and this is the white edition. It's called 2020 on it. I'm not sure if this particular one is 2020 or is it just called 2020. Anyway, so the box is, as always with the Middle Eastern houses, they give you everything plus the kitchen sink. Massive box, very nice texture to it. It's got a beautiful design. Attention to detail is always there. It says Anfar on the top, and yeah, very good box. This perfume you can find it in United Kingdom under 20 quid. Wow. So you know, let's see how it goes. If it's a good perfume for under 20 quid, this is going to be a bargain. Anyway, so let's do the unboxing. This one I bought on eBay, so it didn't come with any plastic on it. Let's see how it is. So doing them this way. Okay, all right, so very good looking box if you want to give as a gift. It's very impressive on the eye, in the hand, and the bottle is very nice shape to it. Very beautifully designed. It's quite very nice. What do you call it? It's like a hand grip. It's very handy. It's very easy to hold. It's got obviously white color all over it, and it's got this information, and the cap is wooden. And okay, so it's a old-fashioned what you call it, atomizer, but it's okay. We care about the juice itself. So yeah, it's got a good weight to it, the cap, but it's wooden, and plastic and wood combination, and the atomizer is gold and old-fashioned, and it says Anfar. This one it says Oudh Khalifa, and it's a white edition. Here we go. Good atomizer. Although it's not pressurized, but it does the job perfectly. Very good atomizer. Okay, here we go. So this is Oudh Khalifa white edition from House of Anfar. First impression. Here we go. Woo! First thing it hits me is the greenness of it. It's very green. It's a bit leafy. It's a bit grassy. Woo! What is that? Okay, so we have aldehyde in here. I'm not a big fan of aldehyde, to be honest with you, but sometimes aldehyde is done well, and if it's done well, I like it. In here is not too much. It's just a hint of aldehyde in here. Yeah, on top is like a little bit of aldehyde to giving it that freshness. So it is quite fresh. It's quite bright. It's quite happy, and it's oudi. So as it says Oudh Khalifa, there is an oud in here, oud accord. Although for this price point, we're not expecting it to be natural oud. Obviously, oud is one of the most expensive ingredients in perfumery. A gram of real oud will cost you around £200 to £300. So this is going to be an impression of oud, or giving you mixing mixing so many notes in here to give you the impression of the oud, or the feel of the oud, or the smell of the oud, but it's done well. Yeah, it is quite oudy, but the oud in here is very clean, so it's not animalic, it's not barnyard, it's not funky or anything like that. Very clean oud. I'm smelling something like cedar sandalwood combination in here as well. Yeah, cedar and sandalwood in the base, plus a little bit of that oud accord, which giving it that warmth. So overall, it opened up quite bright and happy and fresh. But the good news is this one is quite deep, and it's got complexity to it, and in the base is quite warm. It's got an ambery feel to it. The amber in here is quite sticky, it's quite sweet, it's quite resinous. The resinous feel is mainly coming from that oud accord, but it's very, very nicely done. Hint of muskiness in here as well. Yeah, it's quite musky. Again, musk in here is quite clean, not an animalic one at all. But overall, for the price, under £20, it smells great. If you if you go to any big names, European brands, and smell similar to this, it will cost you £100 plus. So that's the beauty of Middle Eastern houses. They give you everything plus the kitchen sink for the money you're paying. Under £20, this smells great, smells fresh, smells warm, it smells complex, it smells deep, it smells woody, it smells musky, it smells a little bit of citruses in here. Yeah, definitely I'm smelling some citrus, definitely bergamot, at least, if not bergamot lemon combination in here. So overall, what a smell, beautiful for the price. This is very well done. So I couldn't find a note breakdown anywhere, say reputable, but one website it had it. I'm not sure how close it is, but I think it is close enough. So on top we have white oud, aldehyde and musk. In the mid we have rose and citruses, and in the base we have agarwood, vanilla and woods. So yes, what they say I get here to some extent rose. Yeah, now he's mentioning it, it's quite rosy actually, but it's not a typical rose oud, okay, if you get my gist. The rose in here is quite fresh, it's quite bright, it's quite happy rose. And the oud in here is quite bright and happy oud and a clean oud. So it's not a typical rose oud combo, but overall it's got rose and oud in it, so it is quite rosy. And the rose in here is a green kind of rose, okay, so it's a green fresh, almost like, smells like rose water rather than jam. The rose in here is not jammy, okay, it's not jammy, it's a little bit sweet, yes, but it's not a sweet per se, and it's quite fresh to my nose. So the rose in here is very, very fresh. White oud, yeah, I'm getting impression of white oud rather than the dark oud, okay. And the aldehyde, as I said in the beginning, it was quite noticeable, but it's not a huge player, which is a good thing for me because I'm not a big fan of aldehydes. But it's done in this perfume is done ample enough, okay. The musk in here, again, very clean musk in here, no funkiness, no animalicness, but it is very, very nice as well. Yeah, very nice and beautiful musk in here. Again, we are expecting it to be, or majority of these ingredients are going to be on the synthetic side, but overall doesn't smell chemical, doesn't smell harsh, doesn't smell sharp or anything like that, which is a beauty of Middle Eastern houses. They give you very, very good perfumery for the price you're paying. Rose in here, again, as I said, quite a bright rose, quite a happy rose, quite a fresh rose rather than a jammy or dark or very heavy rose, okay. And the citrus is in here, a little bit of citrus in the beginning, which was a combination of bergamot and lemon. Agarwood, yes, it's very noticeable to have that oudy feel in the base, the warm oudy feel, but it's not, again, it's not a huge player, it's just mainly in the background at the moment. but probably later on it will come up a little bit more. The vanilla in here giving it the smooth ride and this sweetness of it. So the vanilla in here is very, very well done again, and the woods are, as I said, it's a combination of cedar and sandalwood to give it that woody base, which is clean again. So overall this perfume is quite clean, it's quite fresh. I would classify this perfume fresh to semi-fresh, and also I classify it as oriental woody. So it is quite woody, but in the same time as it suggests white color, it is quite bright, it's quite happy, it's quite fresh, it's quite easygoing, not super complex or challenging by any means. So this one is targeted unisex, and to my nose is completely unisex. Yes, that's correct. Ladies and men can easily wear it. As always, perfumes, smells, they don't have gender, okay? They don't have if you smell something, you won't say this is smell of ladies and men, okay? It's all marketing BS, and also we are conditioned to believe these things exist since 1920s. Before that, for hundreds and thousands of years, perfumes were perfume. Anybody can wear it, although it was an exclusive club for the rich and powerful, but nevertheless it didn't have gender. Gender was created in 1920s by companies to divide and sell more, so don't fall for it. If you like a smell, wear it. If you don't like a smell, don't wear it. As simple as that. In terms of occasion, this is a Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, special occasion, casual, formal occasion, evening, daytime, going to work, going to gym, going to dating, going to a close encounter, going out, anything you want. It's very, very versatile. It's got a freshness to it that it could be casual, and it's got a depth and complexity to it that you can use it as a special occasion and also in the formal occasion. So it's very, very versatile in that term. In terms of season, this is all year round. Although you can wear it in summer easily, but you can wear it in winter because it's got the depth and complexity to it as well. So it's all year round, no problem. In summer less sprays, in winter more sprays. At the moment I put 3 sprays of it and it's filling the room, so it looks like it's going to last quite a while. And in terms of age, I would say 25 and up to be in the safe side. Although the DNA in here is very friendly, is very well suited for almost everybody, but again, at the end of the day, this is an oriental perfume, and I think 25 years and older will appreciate this perfume better. If you're a young person and you like this kind of perfumes, why not? You know what I mean? This is quite an easygoing perfume overall. So for the first impression, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. Absolutely, I'm loving it. For a price under £20, this is a very well done perfume. Perfumery is very good. Ingredients are very good for the price. As I said, it smells like £100 plus if you think about it with the big names, okay? European names with big, name on them. This kind of perfume will cost you £100 plus easy. So this is the beauty of this perfume. It's very, very accessible, is reasonable, is very affordable, but in the same time, perfumery, the ingredients in here smells quite expensive, and it's well done, is rounded, there is no harshness, there is no sharpness, there is no chemical feel to it, which is very, very good for us consumers, and that makes us doesn't hit our pockets. I'm very happy I have it in my collection. I'm going to wear it for the next 2 days. I'm going to report back the longevity, development, things like that in the next video. For the first impression, absolutely yes, I'll give it 2 thumbs up. I'm loving it, and I think this is one of those perfume that people will love. Majority of people will appreciate this, especially for the price. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems. And this beauty looks like it's going to be a hidden gem. This one nowhere to be seen, no review, no nothing anywhere. I'm the first, or I'm the only one who's doing it. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way, I'll leave them in the link. You need to live in the United Kingdom in order to do so. They are super artistic, super unique, 100% natural, amazing value for money. They smell great and they are very, very long lasting. I put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them huge and bold and very, very big personality to them. Thank you very much as always for your support, for watching, and I will see you later. See you later, guys. Bye, bye, bye.